What's up, Diane Warren, Miss Oscar, honorary Oscar winner after 13 nominations and 100 songs.
In 100 years? Yeah,
How are you feeling after all of this?
I'm excited. I'm a little exhausted because now I haven't slept a lot since then. But it's like the coolest thing in the world. Are you kidding? Like I have an Oscar. I'm Oscar winner Diane Warren now.
When you gave your speech, you talked about Born Free. What was it about Born Free that touched you so much to make you want to become a songwriter?
It showed me the power of a song in a movie is more what that did. It was such an emotional moment with Elsa the lion bringing her babies back, and I remember, here she was. The Adamsons, the couple had, saved Elsa, but they had to, hence the title Born Free. They had to put her back in the wild, but she came back with her babies to show them, and it's just like, I remember just like sobbing and hearing this beautiful song. That's the power of music and images and emotion,
Yeah, music can transport you back to a place that may be stuck in your memory someplace, yep. And that one song will take you right there.
And what's interesting is that now I can do that.
Yeah,
so that's kind of a thing where I it's like, wow. So some of my songs have done that for people.
Has any part of your real life been inspirational for the many songs that you've written? Some people, so when actors take on a role, sometimes there is someone in their life that they grab from to inhabit that role. Is there anything that you grab from in your life for your lyrics?
I mean, maybe, like subconsciously, especially some of the real, the fighting ones, that's me, because I've always kind of have to prove people wrong. So those kind of songs, there's me, and like I don't write about myself, I'm like I call it method songwriting, like method acting.
Ooh, nice, I like that.
So it's like when I'm writing that song, I'm that character, and I inhabit that song. That song tells me where it wants to go.
So Cher presented you with your Oscar the other night, right?
Yeah.
And you've written a lot of songs for her. What's your favorite song that you ever wrote for her?
For Cher?
Yeah.
There's a few of them. You haven't seen The Last of Me? From Burlesque, which I won the Golden Globe for. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorites. There's kind of songs that people don't know, like When You Walk Away, this kind of dance song I wrote for her is one of my favorites, a song called When Lovers Become Strangers. These weren't the hits, but they're my favorites.
I love that.
And if I could turn back time, of course. I wrote some really great songs for Cher.
You think? Yeah. You've written some really great songs.
She hated some of them.
As she said it during the speech, she was like, no. I'm always interested in knowing this. How do you know which talent is the right talent and the right voice to sing your song?
It's casting. It's like, I have a superpower for that, I think. Like, I know what the right artist is for the song. When I meet with an artist, I have a thing, like, I know what the right song, even before I know, like, just from, hearing their voice, and then somehow I kind of give them a song that they're going through or something.
Mm-hmm.
It happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Someone called me the song whisperer.
I love that.
I love that too.
I love that, the song whisperer.
Yeah.
I love that a lot. There's this one lyric from Applause that you wrote for Sophia Carson. Yeah. So there's this one lyric that I love that you wrote because it's kind of like a female empowerment anthem. And you said, give yourself some applause. You deserve it. Give yourself some respect because you earned it. Give yourself some love because you're worth it. You're worth it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, right? Look in the mirror and just fucking say that. And sometimes I even have to say that to myself. Sometimes I want to, I'll write a song like that and I'll go, you know what, I got to listen to that sometimes. I love what that says, right? We beat ourselves up, women, and I think humans do, but I think probably especially women, we're not good enough, we're this, that. And here's a song just going, you know what, you're bold, you're bad, you're strong, give yourself some applause.
Yes.
They can't stop you. You were born unstoppable. Dare to know that you're remarkable. Stand up. Raise your hands up. Give yourself some applause. And when I found out I was getting the honorary Oscar, I was in the studio with her. I get this call, from the head of the Academy saying, you're getting the Oscar. At first of all, I thought it was a joke. But then
I bet.
But the irony of being in the studio doing that song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, here, okay, I'm going to give myself some applause. All right. Shit.
There you are.
Yeah, I'm going to stop for a second. That's worth applauding.
There's so many artists that have not owned the rights to their music. We've seen it go back as far back as like Fats Waller with Ain't Misbehaving and especially a lot of rhythm and blues artists, which is why the Rhythm and Blues Foundation was created, right?
Right.
Why do you think it was so crucial, especially being a woman in the music industry, to make sure that you own the rights to your stuff?
I mean, it just was an accident with me. I didn't set out to own my publishing. I was in a lawsuit with someone I was signed to, and during that time I couldn't sign with anybody. And all of a sudden I started having all these hits, and then I settled with them myself. And like I'd had my first big hit, Rhythm of the Night. All these people were offering me all this money to be staff writers, which I wanted to take because I had no money, and someone was offering me $1 million from $200. And so my lawyer goes, you can't sign with anybody because you're in this lawsuit. She goes, you're going to have to start your own company. I go, well, I don't want to start my own company. It's the best thing I ever did, which is Real Songs, which is you're in the Real Songs building. I think it's important to own your music, but you don't start out necessarily. It's not going to be that way starting out because you have to prove yourself.
And I just want to close it out saying this to you, because I heard you say one time that people always remember your songs, but they never remember necessarily how they charted. And I just want you to know that I looked it up and I want to quote it back to you, Miss Diane Warren. Your first hit charted on Billboard with Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton. It was 11 weeks at number 1.
That wasn't my first charted song.
Oh, see, now I'm all wrong.
It's
Face
okay.
just cracked.
No, because I had Rhythm of the Night, and that was before. So I had songs a long time ago, but that was definitely number 1 for 11 weeks.
So I got the 11 weeks right.
Yeah, you got that part.
Okay, I got that part
that
right.
was in the 90s, and like Rhythm of the Night was like 85.
I always thought you were a New Yorker.
Everybody does.
But I just want to close it out and say thank you for taking time to talk to me. I'm a huge fan of yours. I've been trying to make this happen for a year.
Oh, sure.
And I have been cheerleading you and championing you on for decades. And I'm
thank you.
I'm about to cry. I
really appreciate
I really
that.
am. Oh, okay, get it together. I just want to thank you because I really do appreciate you taking time for me. I know how busy you are, and I know what 10 minutes is for a schedule like yours.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm good. I'm about to cry. I'm really kind of overwhelmed.
Cry, come on.